Welcome back to Nothing Cast. It's your hosts Danny and Patrick, and we're joined by special recurring guests Hunter and Jacob.
Yeah.
Coming at you live yesterday
back.
from McGregor Sandwich.
We're in the McGregor Sandwich, sharing a brewski. I don't have one because I have to drive later tonight.
I might have made a mistake.
Hunter, why don't you tell our viewers what you're drinking?
Oh, it was a beer.
Jacob, what are you drinking?
Vodka.
Vodka straight.
Straight vodka.
Classic Jacob.
Straight from
Classic.
the teat.
Straight from the teat.
We artificially inseminate cows and we steal their vodka and we put it in our coffee.
We're all clowns.
We've been making fun of Joaquin Phoenix's Oscar speech all day. And it's just...
I haven't.
Well, I'm sorry you weren't there.
I wasn't
We're trying to
there.
bring you up to speed on our jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's just like deteriorated to like, you put milk in coffee! And it like doesn't even mean anything.
Alright, so what? Dan, this was your great idea.
This was my idea because I want something to do next week.
Okay.
So I have something to edit.
Okay.
Well, okay, here was an idea that we briefly mentioned.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Rescue Heroes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have Rescue Heroes,
I
Jacob?
think so, yeah.
Because I was looking up stuff about it. Because at first I'm like, oh, I get it now. I just figured it out. It's like the most 9/11, like post 9/11 thing ever. Because the whole premise is that they're superheroes, but they're actually just like firefighters and policemen because they're the real heroes.
Right.
Which is like the most post 9/11 idea ever.
Yeah.
And that's around the time that Rescue Heroes came out. But then I was looking up stuff about them, and they came out in 1999.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's like they predated 9/11.
Conspiracy?
Conspiracy?
Potential conspiracy.
This is
Did Rescue Heroes do 9/11?
Did they do 9/11? Is Fisher Price behind 9/11?
I think we just wanted to sell toys. I don't know, man. It's like, it's like a long
I think
way
it
to
goes
go
much
to,
deeper than that.
I think this goes all the way to the top.
to God.
Yeah. Why did I want to talk about Rescue
Because I
Heroes?
don't know, because the early 2000s culture.
Oh yeah, and the other weird thing is they're also Canadian.
Oh really?
At least the show was.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see the show? The cartoon of Rescue Heroes? No, exactly. Exactly. Because you're a friggin' American.
The thing about Canadian content is that it doesn't really leave Canada, and sometimes it doesn't even make it into Canada. There's so many Canadian things I haven't heard of. And I'm
Right.
Right.
like, wow. I mean,
Well, because it's typically a lower quality
Yeah.
of stuff, which doesn't make any sense. Because there's a lot of stuff that's filmed here that's from other places. Like they film a lot of movies in Toronto and Vancouver and Montreal because it's cheaper to do it
yeah,
here.
like I forget. There's a special name for it. I was learning about it at school.
It's like a tax thing.
No, it's like like a.
'Cause
like,
our dollar
there's a
is in the
difference between,
toilet.
it's like a local production or like a outsourced production. It's called something like that. There's basically it just means it's not a Canadian movie. It's just a movie being made in Canada by a non-Canadian company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then also there's a lot of like talented celebrities that like make it big that are from Canada.
Yeah.
Such as Jimothy Carey.
Nathaniel Fillion.
Jimothy Carey. Star of Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Cameron.
Oh, Jim Cameron. Yeah.
Jim Cameron.
Martin Short.
Yeah, Martin Short. Rick Moranis. I don't know. I'm trying to think of them now. I can't think of any. Even though it's, but we have both Ryans.
Both Ryans.
Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Has he
that
made it
always
big?
makes me sad. But
That doesn't make me sad. I'm proud to have the Canadian of my Canadian heritage.
Oh, Michael J. Fox.
Of being really.
That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We got some good ones.
Cronenberg.
Yep, Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg.
Christopher Plummer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Denis Villeneuve.
Yep.
Yeah, he's technically Canadian. He's French or something.
He's Quebecan.
Yeah.
French are people too.
Yeah, that's still Canadian. Canada's
Those
French.
damn Franks.
Franks.
This is why the Bloc Quebecois exists.
Because of
People like you.
People like you. I think it's because
They say things like that, like
Keanu Reeves.
unironically.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. We
Keanu
have the best Canadian of all.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, the best
National
human.
treasure.
The best human of
The
all.
winner of 2019.
Yeah, the winner. He won.
He won
He
2019.
won that year.
Yeah,
That
he
year
kind of
just belongs to him.
Yeah, he kind of did.
He's gonna win every year after.
Yeah.
We got Bill and Ted 3 coming out this year. We got Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 next year.
Cyberpunk.
We got Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
You are amazing. He was at the Oscars.
Yeah,
Very briefly.
we made a joke where it's like, oh man, I wish he just came out and went Cyberpunk.
Then everyone clapped.
And everyone claps and goes, yeah.
Where was he doing at the Oscars?
He just like announced something.
It was one of the awards. I think
Yeah.
it might have been animation, maybe.
I'm not in any
Maybe.
animated movies, but they sure are fun.
He's in
Toy
Toy
Story
Story
4.
4. He's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
animated
Oh, yeah, I
movie
replaced
that-
the
he's
one-
Canadian
the one
nominated.
So
I might be wrong
he
about
played
that.
the. So
But
he,
yeah,
he
one
gave
of-
out the award for the movie he was in.
I mean, I don't know.
Uh,
It was one of them.
I don't know, maybe he gave out animated short or something.
Yeah, sure.
Who was he with? It was some loser.
Put the image in right now. Next to each other.
Yeah.
Him standing next to an equally famous person.
Yeah.
Giving out the award side
Yeah.
by side.
I don't remember.
No,
who
but
he's
Keanu
with.
Reeves is just
Oh, he's
just
what's her name?
universally beloved.
She was.
It was a lady, I remember that.
Yeah, really famous actress.
Was it like Helen Mirren or someone old like
No, yeah, she was.
With her oxygen tank.
I know.
So she's in The Godfather. She's
Oh, is it-
Michael's wife.
that? Eliza Minnelli?
really?
What's her name?
Oh yeah, her. What is her name?
I have to look it up.
Well, we don't know it, so she's not as famous as Keanu Reeves, proving my point that she sucks.
She definitely is.
Even though
They were in a movie together too, and they made a joke about that.
Oh, okay.
And
I-
they
that went over
and the
my
whole
head,
like
so I
a
missed
big.
it. I didn't see that.
I've
movie.
seen it.
Okay.
It's about
What
it's
movie?
It's her. I forget what it's called. But it's her and
Keanu Reeves.
Jack Nicholson,
Okay.
and they like fall in love or whatever. But she also dates Keanu Reeves, who's a much younger
Right.
guy during the movie, and it's like funny, haha.
Oh,
But it's also like,
it's a funny. She's
wow,
dating-
isn't
isn't it
he-
funny that she's dating a younger
Isn't
guy?
he young? So much younger than she is. Wow, that's amazing.
What a wacky scenario.
Oh, what's her name?
Godfather lady.
Godfather lady. She's in a lot of Woody Allen movies too.
Okay. Does she date older men in those?
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. Oh yeah. Is she Annie Hall?
Yes.
Okay. I still have to see Annie Hall. I haven't seen it.
It's not bad.
Is that your review?
Yeah, that's my review.
Anyway, yes. Right now, I guess Keanu Reeves probably is more famous than Diane Keaton, but
Yeah. And Keanu Reeves is over 50, so he's winning. He's won.
Did he just clear 50 recently?
I think so.
I think he's the most relevant that he's ever been right
Yeah,
now, which is rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have your career kind of like be pretty hype in the 90s and then like go down for a bit, but then go on a massive up tilt in the late 2010s.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no one else has had that kind of trajectory.
Yeah, now he can just be in anything, and people are like, yay!
He was in the new SpongeBob
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, he was.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, the one
He
that's
plays like a reef.
it's
Oh.
not out yet.
Keanu
though.
Reeves.
The one that's like coming out this year, I think.
Yeah.
He's in that
Oh, okay.
because they're just like, we got to put Keanu Reeves in everything.
'Cause he makes the big bucks now.
And that was like half the trailer was like Keanu Reeves is in it.
Yeah.
It's like no,
That's how you market movies now.
because no one cares about
And video games,
SpongeBob.
apparently.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk.
yeah, even
Cyberpunk.
yeah, even Toy Story 4, which should stand on its own for being the fourth in a massive franchise. They're like, Keanu Reeves is in it. Check it out. What about this already star-studded cast with like Tom Hanks and Tim Allen and all them? What Keanu Reeves is in this one.
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. Oh, okay. Sure. I could just throw out some underwear.
Big hole in it. I don't know how it got there.
Oh, you know.
What does that even mean?
You know what it means.
You know. Don't even try to dance around this. So anyways, Rescue Heroes.
Back to Rescue Heroes.
What?
I don't know much about
You
Rescue
don't?
Heroes.
Did you play with all the toys and watch the show?
I played with a couple of
and
them.
watch the movie that was 3D animated and wasn't very good?
I don't think I saw the movie. I've seen a couple episodes, maybe.
The show is great. Did you?
I think I had a VHS.
Did you play with any? Did you have any of the toys?
Maybe a couple.
Okay. We had like all of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
because
was great.
I think you know
Rescue Heroes was my Transformers.
those VHSs that you'd like rent or buy
Yeah.
and have like a couple episodes of
Yeah.
an animated show on them, and you just watch those once over and over again, and that's all you'd watch of the show. Yeah, it was like that.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what we did, but I also watched it like when it was on, because I think it was on Teletoon or
Okay.
whatever. It was pretty good, from what I remember.
That's only the theme song from the unaired pilot, though.
Oh, okay.
The actual theme song was like
It's-
Rescue Hero.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very 2000s. I'll play a clip. Wow, what a great clip.
That sure was amazing.
Man, I love that show.
But it's, I don't know. I just find it interesting because it's like, well, the 9/11 thing. I thought I had cracked the code, but I think Rescue Heroes just actually succeeded on its own merits. So I was like, oh, of course. It's the most obvious, like, oh, we're going to make a superhero line of toys, but they're all firefighters or whatever, because firefighters are the real heroes, because they stopped 9/11. And then, then they make Rescue Heroes, and they have all these dumb, goofy superhero names, and it's really fun. But then I think it was just like, literally, it was just like kids already like firefighters, so
Right.
you just make that a toy, and
Well,
Like, what if
that's all
that
you
one-
need.
here's a
'Cause, like,
question.
yeah.
They came out in '99,
Yeah.
but when did they get popular?
Right. That's a okay. Very good point.
Post
Probably
9/11.
post 9/11, because that's when I
When
was
did
conscious.
Keanu Reeves get popular?
Before that.
Oh, shit. 9/11.
Before 9/11. And much,
And
much, quite a bit after.
I think I found the connection. I think I found what this episode is about, guys. I think we have to pitch the Keanu Reeves starring Rescue Heroes movie reboot.
Was he okay? Would he be Billy Blazes? Like,
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
okay. Who's okay.
Or would he be Jake Justice?
Jake Justice is black.
Well, Keanu Reeves is Asian, so it's fine. Keanu Reeves is Asian. You think I'm lying?
No,
But he's like half Asian, I think.
I couldn't
He's
tell.
half
for a second. I
Hawaiian
didn't want to deny it. 'cause
And
it
half
was like,
Canadian or something.
No, I don't lose if I say nothing.
It's okay if you recast a black person with an Asian person, I think. You just can't
It levels
recast.
out because the diversity scale.
It's still
is
the same amount of diversity.
Yeah.
You just can't recast them as a white person because that's racist.
Yeah, you could have him do John Wick moves on a fire.
I did all my own action.
He's gonna toss that fire over his arm and break its arms.
The
The villain in Rescue Heroes is always like an earthquake.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. A better question is, could you even reboot Rescue Heroes?
Yeah, it's not really like.
Because it's just like, oh no, there's an earthquake, and then they go in and like help people.
And there's
that's
like
the show.
ordinary people that are like caught in a mudslide or something.
Right.
Not a mudslide, and then Billy Blaze is like, don't worry, mud is my middle name.
Named after my father, Mud Blazes.
You know what was great? Is one of them is an astronaut, and his name is Roger Houston.
Oh.
I love that.
They all have amazing names. Let's be real. Rocky Canyon.
Yeah. Trying to think of more, but Isn't one of them Jackhammer?
Yeah, Jackhammer, Gill Gripper,
Yeah.
Aerial Flyer.
Yeah.
Then you get into the more obscure ones. Martial Law.
That one?
Dead serious.
That sounds like
Martial law.
he sounds like a villain. Police brutality. That guy. That guy went too far.
No man. I mean,
He was the.
Did we say? What did we say?
He was-
Alpine.
He was Alpine.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
He was like a hang glider guy. You'd think he'd be cliff related, but no, he did hang gliding. There was
He is
Sandy
Cliff-
Beaches or something.
Gill Gripper.
No, there was another one who was just a lifeguard, and he was Sandy Beach or Sandy Beaches or something like that. Gil Gripper was like a scuba diver, and he had like a
Yeah.
pet dolphin and stuff. And there was Wendy Waters, I think. She was just also a firefighter, because I think there was
Yeah.
a diversity hire.
Firefighter that's also a girl.
Yeah. Was there more? Is that all of them? Is that all the Rescue Heroes? I'm sure there's more because they made a bunch of toys.
Was it Jake Justice who had a motorcycle?
Yeah, he had a motorcycle.
Yes, I had that toy.
Okay, yeah, that one was awesome because he had this motorcycle, and then you like press a button and
Like
just
a
like a fist comes
battering
out.
ram.
Or no, it was a battering ram.
On the bike.
And it like just like comes out and like
You
punches
can
shit.
knock over your other toys. You know, like you would just like it would just like launch. Like it was a button you just push, so like it popped out. So you
Yeah.
just put it like point blank in front of one of your rescue heroes and just launch.
And,
So
yeah, and like smack.
you'd be like, take that! You just got justice.
Okay, here I have another question. Did we ever play Rescue Heroes with the toys and like be like, oh no, there's a fire, let's go stop it, or did we just
they just
did we
fought
just
each
make
other.
them fight? That's
They just fought each
that's
other.
what I thought.
Yeah.
So like, the purpose of like Rescue Heroes is to like teach kids that like firefighters are cool because they help people. And that and I think they also like would teach you like safety tips, like call 911 if there's an emergency, and like don't fucking stay in the
Remember,
house
kids,
if
if
it's
you're
on
ever in an
fire
earthquake,
and
do
stuff like
this.
that, right? Like
Something
would
like that.
yeah, I think that was part of the show also. But so like we didn't like retain any of that. We just made the toys fight each other. So like, did it work? I mean, they were cool toys, I guess, because we bought a bunch of them.
True that.
Didn't they fail? Like or like?
Well,
did they
yeah,
die
I
out?
don't think they're around anymore.
Yeah.
Or if they are, they're not as big.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not 3, so
Yeah.
maybe they're huge,
Right.
but they're not as like long lasting as like a Transformers or a Ninja Turtles or something
Yeah.
of a similar kind of thing where the show promotes the action figure
Vice versa.
Yeah.
and vice. Yeah.
That's my Michael Bay Rescue Heroes movie.
Yeah. Where's my Michael Bay?
That's what would happen.
Yeah,
because he
that's what I'm
made like
looking
he made
for.
like disaster movies
Yeah.
and stuff. Like he
I'm
made
looking
Armageddon.
Transformers
No,
and Ninja
no.
Turtles.
You know who it should
Yeah.
be? It should be the Day After Tomorrow guy, 2012 guy, Roland Emmerich.
Roland Emmerich.
That's what I want.
Okay.
A Roland Emmerich
no.
Rescue Heroes movie.
No,
Why not?
he doesn't make good movies.
Yeah, but he
Neither
makes,
does Michael Bay.
Neither does Michael Bay, and also he makes
They're at least
disaster
enjoyable,
movies.
kind of sometimes.
Well, no, he'd be perfect because he just works off archetypes.
Yeah,
Every
that's what
character's-
all of
and
them
that's
are.
and that's what the rescue heroes are.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it'd probably work.
Do
I
you
mean, it would be bad, but it would probably work.
Pat, do you remember the 3D animated movie of Rescue Heroes?
I remember intentionally not watching it.
What? I watched the fuck out of it. I'm like, holy shit, it's a movie. I gotta watch this. This is the real deal of Rescue Heroes.
I don't.
This is
know.
time to
I
get
mean,
serious with the. Okay, what I remember from it is the plot is like bonkers. So like, Billy Blazes.
This is coming back to me a little bit. Actually.
Billy Blazes. He gets a vision. He gets a vision of the future.
And what, he has like a dream.
Yeah, and what happens is there's like a giant lightning bolt that's coming, that's gonna like destroy the earth or something.
It's gonna make
That's
like a
how
chain
lightning
reaction.
Because that's how lightning
Yeah.
works. Is that what it was? It sets off a chain reaction or
Yeah, well,
something?
'cause a lot of, in real life, let's be real. for a second. I took a gen ed about natural disasters last year, so I know what I'm talking about. Within within legit real life, natural disasters like legitimately set off each other in like the way of like, oh, you have an earthquake and then it's a tsunami and then you get a landslide and it's just flooding. All because of an earthquake. But then it's like sometimes it's like, oh, there's an earthquake, so then a volcano erupts because of that earthquake, and like, you know, you get
so
weird.
it's mostly earthquakes.
It's mostly earthquakes making other things happen, but like, or other things making earthquakes happen. Like there's lots of weird stuff that can happen. So I think it was something like that where it's like there's a lightning bolt that makes an earthquake.
It's gonna hit an earthquake and that'll
make
set off all the volcanoes
and
or some
tsunami
shit.
And and then the landslide and the buildings will fall.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, anyway, so for whatever reason, Billy Blazes gets this like future vision of a giant lightning bolt that's going to destroy the Earth or whatever, and so then in order to like stop it, is they have to get everyone to build a giant lightning rod, and it's not just like all the rescue heroes, it's like every citizen like that owns a plane or whatever, and they do a Dunkirk, and all of them get together and build like a mile-high lightning rod, and then that works, I guess. And that's what the movie's about. Like, why is that the movie? I don't know. Like, I guess what do you do for rescue heroes in the movie? You gotta up the stakes, and the villains are always, it's an earthquake. So, like, how do you, it's a super earthquake, lightning bolt, or whatever.
Maybe that's why they never work. Because, like, did the characters have, like, they're like archetypes, right?
Yeah.
But only in what they do, and not really, like, character-wise?
Or some of them have, like,
do they have distinct personalities?
They do. In the show, they do. They're very, like...
Because, like,
still,
the Ninja
they're still
Turtles,
archetypal.
It's like, here's the funny one, here's the hot-headed one, here's the...
Yeah, they had a couple, like, because I remember one of them was like younger and was more like like he was more naive, and he had to learn more things and stuff. And
is that Rocky Canyon?
Maybe. I just remember this one episode that we watched a bunch where they do the like. Have you ever done the puzzle with his 9 dots? It's like you gotta connect the 9 dots with 4 lines that are all connected.
They're all straight, and you can't take your pencil off the paper.
Yeah, and then they're like, the trick is you have to think outside the box. And he's like, I got this, and then he like fucks it up, and then the whole episode he's like trying to figure it out. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, he figures out the solution to whatever earthquake they're fighting. And he's like, see, I figured it out. You have to think outside the box.
I actually remember this episode.
Yeah.
We watched it so
we watched it like a bunch of times.
It's not an earthquake. There's
I don't know what they're fighting.
No,
I just remember the subplot.
Fighting, what happens is that like a ship sinks or something.
Okay.
And like they have to like scuba dive and like break into like this like thing. Like I just remember something was filling with water. Like there was a whole scuba sequence I have a distinct memory of, where they had to like, and then like in order to like save the scuba day, they had to think outside the box.
Right.
So then he was
and that's
like,
what he's like, hey, do that. Yeah, I get it now. And he solves the puzzle at the same time that he figures out how to save the scuba people or whatever. What was the point of that? Oh, he had a different personality than like everyone else. Billy Blazes...
Because everyone else was like, we're good at our jobs. And he's like, well, I'm a fucking idiot.
Billy Blazes was definitely the Leonardo of the group.
He just leads.
He leads. That's his...
Maybe the reason they didn't succeed is because like Transformers and like Ninja Turtles, they're one thing, but they're also something else. Where it's like they're ninjas, but they're also turtles, and they're also teenagers.
Right.
And Transformers, they're robots, but they're also cars.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like they're
duality.
They're firefighters, but they're also superheroes. But not really. They're just firefighters.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
Maybe that's the lasting power of those.
Yeah, is some kind of other element that allows you to tell more kinds of stories, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Or at least is a more interesting toy than like a guy with an axe that does this.
Yeah.
That like just swings it.
It's like super awesome ultra firefighter. Whoa! What makes him different from a regular firefighter? Well, he's just a regular firefighter.
He's got the water hose.
Because regular firefighters are the real heroes, and you're like, okay, sure, but also I could play with this transformer that turns into a gun.
Yes, but this firefighter comes with a ladder.
I think there was something as a kid that was really appealing about them because like, did you guys do like those like fire safety things where like people would come and teach you about fire safety?
Yeah.
Did you ever do the like, what was it? We had one
like a firehouse
in Kitchener. There was like a specific place where it was like a firehouse safety thing, and they like do a whole thing. You get to climb up down a ladder and stuff and stuff like that.
And we did fire.
And they like, fire drills and all that, and like, put your back of your hand on a door to see if it's hot because your back of your hand is more sensitive to heat or something, and like all those things. And make sure there's smoke, but it's like pretend smoke, and you gotta crawl and stuff like that.
I don't think I ever did this.
Okay, well, anyways, but I feel like they like drill fire drills and shit into you a lot as a kid. So you just like go around thinking that like your house is gonna set on fire like at any point.
I don't know. I think the idea is that you remain calm in those situations. If you actually were in one,
right?
Like,
exactly.
with this shit again.
Yeah.
Whenever a fire alarm goes off at like Humber Res, I'm just like, with this shit again, and I just leave.
And you just calmly leave because you're used to it, which is actually smart.
It went off.
Oh yeah.
Then stopped. And then we were like, is it coming back on again?
Or should we
We were
leave?
just paranoid for the next like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was like in the middle of the night, too.
Right.
It's like, it's 1 a.m. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. But I think my point was like fighting a supervillain is like something that's never gonna happen, but like your house catching on fire is like something that you are aware can actually happen to you. So I think there's something kind of visceral and appealing about.
There's that too. They don't have any like specific villains.
Right.
Like distinct, like this is the villain, right? Because like
because it's always like
the Shredder or
that's true. Because Megatron is just as cool as the rest of the Transformers and stuff.
Yeah.
So there isn't like. Maybe that's why we just made them fight each other. Yeah. It's like, well, who else is they gonna fight?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was something sort of appealing about like seeing these like firefighters as these larger than life heroes facing dangers that you know are real dangers.
Yeah.
And, like you feel like I don't know. You feel like you could. I don't know, where's it going? It's a more realistic like take on the concept of like what is a hero and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
In the sense that it's like it's real things that could happen, and these are real people that exist that actually solve these problems.
Yeah.
So it's a very post 9/11 idea. Firefighters are the real heroes.
The idea makes sense. Yeah.
But I think what else was it?
Maybe it's not as fun in concept. Maybe that's it. It's like,
It's not as fun as like a Ninja Turtle that's fighting a samurai guy and like just weird mutants and robots from space and.
It's not as creative.
Yeah.
It's like a robot that turns into a car.
A car. Wow. Yeah. I thought cars were cool by themselves.
It's almost it is escapism, but it's also kind of not at the same time because it's like, this is real.
Yeah.
These are real things that happen. While like them fighting the Foot Clan is like, that would never happen.
Yeah. Right.
Or fighting alien robots.
Yeah. And Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Optimus! Bumblebee!
Bumblebee! Put the cube in my chest. Put the cube in my chest, Shia LaBeouf. Shove it in. Okay, I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about Rescue Heroes about, and then we can talk about literally anything.
Alright, I have nothing to add to this conversation. I know nothing what you're talking about.
I wanted to talk about Rescue Heroes because it was part of my childhood, okay? But, okay, I have this very distinct memory from my childhood where Rescue Heroes helped me believe in Santa Claus 1 year longer than I probably would have otherwise.
Oh yeah, this is classic.
So my parents, I wanted one of these specific Rescue Heroes, but they didn't make it in Canada. They made it only in the U.S. for some reason.
Right.
So they had to order it from the U.S. and it didn't come till after Christmas that year. So I didn't get it. So instead of them so then they're like, well, fuck, we can't say Santa did this because obviously he didn't. It wasn't there with the rest of the presents.
Yeah.
So then they saved it till the next year, and I got it that year along with like a note, and it was wrapped differently than the rest of Santa's presents that year. So they were clever about that at least. And it came with a note that said like, oh, this present, one of our elves, sorry this is late, but one of our elves found it in the snow near the North Pole, so I guess it fell out of the sleigh accidentally. But luckily we found it, and so we're going to give it to you this year. And I was like, wow, holy shit, Santa is real, guys. Don't even doubt for a second. And that was like a little bit after I was too old to play Rescue Heroes because it was like from the year before that I wanted it. But I'm like, wow, magic is real, guys.
You were like 7 or 8. Like, you weren't like gargantuanly old or...
No, but I was also starting to doubt.
You were 15.
Yeah.
I was 15 years old when this happened. I was just entering my second year of high school. And I finally got the Rescue Hero I wanted. But it was the point where I was getting old enough that I was starting to doubt that Santa existed.
Yeah.
And then like that was dropped on me. I'm like, whoa. So it was just kind of this cool moment of childhood wonder that I associate with Rescue Heroes.
Right.
I mean, I was there. Like, I remember this distinctly, and that like I don't know. I was young enough that like I was that much like we're not that far apart in age, but when you're young,
it's more significant.
It's more significant. Yeah. So like for me, I was like already like thoroughly convinced. So it just kind of reinforced that.
Right.
So like I think when did you kind of like figure it out?
When did I come out?
When did you come out?
I'm trying to remember exactly.
So I remember I
don't know, 9 or 10.
I think not. Yeah, I was 9. I was 9 too. I was just wondering if it would happen earlier for you for whatever reason.
I don't think so.
No.
Because
I
also
remember you tried to tell me.
I fucked it up.
Yeah, you tried to ruin.
Because I ruined it.
You tried to ruin it for me.
Yeah, I like. Spoilers. Santa isn't real. Yeah, because I figured it out.
Yeah.
And I think I asked my parents about it, and they're like, yeah, it's not real or whatever. I'm like, hey, Pat, guess what? Santa's fucking fake.
No, I was like 8, so like of course I was like
so you were like upset, and then my parents were like, hey, can you not do that and tell him that Santa's real? Because he's upset and
it's fun.
It's fun to believe.
Yeah.
And you're kind of ruining his fun. So I was like, Santa's actually real, don't worry. I think I said it's not magic, it's just like a real person or something like that. That was like logical but still like exciting or something like that to like cover my tracks.
Whatever you said, I think it kept me on board for like 6 more months.
Right.
So I remember that was around the time where I remember I was old enough that like I stopped believing like a little kind of after that, and it wasn't like I didn't have like that like did you have a moment where like you kind of figured it out all at once?
Not really. It was sort of like a little bit of doubts of like, wait, there's a magic guy that flies on reindeer or what? And then also like a couple of my friends were like, I don't know if this is actually real, guys. And then I'm like, what? What do you mean it's not real? And they're like,
well,
well, like, why would he have a...
cigarettes? Like,
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Right. And that kind of like, they're like, yeah, I think it might just be our parents. I'm like, what? But then the seed of doubt was planted. Anyways. Rescue heroes! What you guys have been up to lately?
I don't know.
Do you have any fond toy memories from your childhood?
Fond toy memories. Not really.
I hated all my toys.
Well, I just have like superhero toys,
Right.
like Batman and Superman and stuff that I still like.
I mean, you had you also had like a bunch of like Power Rangers toys and stuff.
Oh yeah, I used Power Rangers.
Me too.
That's true.
It was kind of fun for a while.
I had more of the Power Ranger toys than actually watch Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were vice versa on that one.
We watched a lot of
watched a lot
Power
of Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
Oh, okay.
We definitely had a good amount of toys as well.
Yeah.
Mostly the like McDonald's ones because the
Yeah.
parents were like, you already have toys. We're not gonna buy more.
Yeah, which was like
Fine, you get one of
our
Happy
parents and
Meal. There you
McDonald's
go.
were-
Yeah.
You get the same amount of fun because you don't care about quality.
Mm.
You're 5.
Yeah.
I mean, like like.
And we get to feed you. There you go.
Yeah.
You're fed today.
Yeah, I don't see a losing there.
No, makes sense. Like a lot of the things, I always felt jealous of other kids because I felt like a lot of parents were like buy them more stuff, but I totally get why our parents didn't because it's like, why would we buy you a second video game? You have one at home. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you get older, you start to like kind of put it together, and you're like, oh yeah.
oh yeah, those are expensive.
And, like,
That's fair.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Power Rangers is pretty fun.
Yeah.
The shows are all connected, even though they're all different.
Yeah.
throw in the same canon.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, yeah, I remember they did.
I think there's like a multi.
they did a multiverse episode
Yeah.
where like all the Power
And
Rangers from all the
every-
different
Didn't
shows.
Have every Red Ranger.
Yeah, they had every
Yeah,
Red
that's
Ranger
one.
show up in like one episode.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
And like,
They fought like a bunch of villains
Yeah.
at once.
and like Tommy Oliver shows up.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
got like a master morpher where he changes into every version of Power Ranger he's been. And it's
That's
like,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was sick because like I didn't even. I don't know. I feel like we watched like the original series, but like not far enough into it that like we got to like the Tommy Oliver arc and stuff, and then we watched
The
Dino.
original?
Yeah, like the original Mighty
We
Morphin Power
watched
Rangers.
Marty Morphin?
I remember we had like
When?
we watched a couple we had like a couple episodes. during
I'd
the
seen
sequels.
maybe like 2 episodes of Mighty
Yeah.
Morphin. We came in during SPD,
SPD. I
which
remember
is
Dino Thunder
the
most
post 9/11
distinctly.
Yeah.
Power Rangers,
Yes.
where
Yes.
they're all firefighters
Yes,
and policemen.
I remember that one.
Like, was that Lightspeed Rescue?
Oh, that's what that Lightspeed Rescue. SPD was space something.
Space cops.
Space cops. Yeah.
Space Police Department.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was sick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was
And there's
around
Power
then,
Rangers in space,
Yeah,
which
which
is
is-
like Star Trek, but Power
Right.
Rangers.
No.
Right.
Okay, no. So get this: Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. It
Yeah,
was
Lightspeed
somewhere.
Rescue.
It was somewhere between Rescue Heroes and Transformers
Rescue.
because all their Zords were like
Like ambulances and fire trucks
but
and
they
shit.
could put them together
Yeah.
to make the big robot.
Yeah.
So it was way more exciting than Rescue Heroes because it's
That's
like
true.
oh,
It was
and
yeah.
they
okay.
also fought monsters.
Yeah. like Power Rangers always do. They fight like just monsters.
They fight
and
a big
shit.
monster.
Yeah, they have to fight a giant monster. Yeah, and then like Wild Force and Dino Thunder was like probably
Yeah.
our peak
Yeah.
of like interest in
Yeah.
Power Rangers because also we had one at our grandparents' place.
Did you
One of
guys
the
ever watch
episodes.
Wild Force?
Yeah, I
Wild
watched
Force,
the
yeah.
fuck out of
Wild
Wild Force.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
I think that one was pretty bad, but I remember it
Yeah.
distinctly.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I recently rewatched Dino Thunder.
yeah.
and it doesn't hold up.
Oh no, I doubt it does.
No, I was watching like I don't remember most of this. I think I only watched a
But
few
I
episodes
do
as a
remember.
kid.
Yeah.
But I recognize like everything as a toy.
Right.
Like
right,
I
right.
had like every toy
Like every toy,
imaginable
yeah.
from Dino Thunder, but I never watched the show.
Right. I remember the White Ranger, right? Who
Yeah.
like he's like Lex Luthor, where he has like an evil businessman dad.
Yeah.
But he's also like has amnesia and turns into the White Ranger and is like a villain, but he doesn't know it. It's
like the I know like the original Power Rangers, like they were all like in high school and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But like Dino Thunder, they were in high school, but like it was the early 2000s, so like Dino Thunder is like like the Power Ranger show that's probably closest to Smallville, just like with like the episode arcs.
Oh yeah.
How
well, I think they were
how like the Power Ranger ring got in the way of like their like high school life.
Right.
Because I feel like that wasn't really a thing in like.
Well, no, not in, like in SPD or
like
sorry,
in
Lightspeed Rescue. It was just
they
happened to be
like 30 something.
They happen to be firefighters and they're like fighting a fire and then they're like
they look like
then
the
they get a call.
Yeah, they're like these hot 20, 30.
Then they get a call that's like, oh, the Power Rangers need us, and then they're like, okay, once I'm done with this fire, I'll suit up or whatever.
That's probably like a Buffy.
Yeah, also a Buffy thing.
Buffy.
Yeah, because they had like a place in Dino Thunder where they would like hang out. There was like
they're like
what's it called, the like bar that they go to in Buffy?
The Bronze.
The Bronze, where there's like and they literally was like this same shit where there was like music groups that would like play and they would like hang out there and stuff.
Yeah, and the Black Ranger in that show is Tommy Oliver.
Yeah.
Yes.
As well, which blew my mind because like I'm just like, oh, it's just Tommy the Black Ranger. That's like what I knew him as.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
you find out later, it's like, no. This guy's been around forever.
He's been in the show
This
forever.
actor has done nothing else. He doesn't want to leave this franchise for some reason.
Because he's consistent. It's consistent work.
Yeah. That's true.
It's what every actor wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you stop being in the show?
If I was a Power Ranger, I don't think I'd want to stop. So why did the rest of them leave is the real question.
Because they wanted to do real things.
They wanted to do real.
But how many
real actors?
How many Power Rangers have gone on to do real things?
Like
have any of them? Didn't the Pink Ranger? Did she go on to do stuff from the Mighty Morphin? Or did she just cameo in the movie they did? And
I think
that was her big thing.
It was her and Tommy Oliver.
Right.
I just remembered something super weird about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this is probably, I don't know how much of this is common knowledge, but I remember this distinctly. I didn't find this out till way later. But like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was like a Japanese show.
Yeah.
So then when they made the American release, they just kept all the like action scenes the same because you can't see anyone's face.
So
but then
really
reshot it with different characters, right?
Right.
So like all of their costumes and stuff are like reflective of like the like genders of the character to an extent, right? So like the Yellow Ranger was a boy in the Japanese version.
Right.
But the Yellow Ranger's a girl in the American one.
Yeah.
So she just like turns into a guy whenever they like have an action scene and they never acknowledge it. It's like, oh, they're just like wearing a mask or whatever. Because like the Pink Ranger is distinctly a girl.
Right.
And has like a little skirt on like her
her
outfit.
has a skirt.
The Yellow Ranger does not have a skirt. He's clearly a guy.
Right. So I'm curious about this.
But they have a girl playing her in the American version. Though.
Right.
Is that still a thing? Where it is, they use the Japanese action sequences?
Yes, they still reuse. Well, they do shoot some of the stuff because there's like certain times where like the story they're doing, they have to like shoot extra stuff to make it work. But like most of the time, it's like it's still reused footage from the Japanese show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
like anytime they're out of the suits is like new stuff, obviously. Yeah. But when they're in the suits or when they're in the Zords. It's like pretty much Japanese footage, the whole thing.
Okay.
There's this weird.
My Jess senses we're tingling. She's here.
Okay. We'll wrap this up soon, I guess, then. How long have we been going? 40 minutes, okay. That's cool. That's almost long enough.
There's this weird...
But I wanted to... sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
There's this weird episode of Dino Thunder where... they just watch TV all night long, and that's the episode.
Is that the one where they watched all the other Power Rangers
shows? They watched
shows?
this Power Ranger show in Japan, and they're like... They're watching, like, this show about themselves, but it was made in Japan.
And it's the like Japanese version?
Yeah.
So they're watching that?
Well, I don't think it's the Japanese version. But I know that it's a show that exists within the Power Rangers universe about the Power Rangers. And it's like a really weird thing. And that's the entire episode. They just watch the show. all night long.
I do remember there's one episode of Dino Thunder that's like it's like a what's it called when you just it's a clip show episode, but it's like the second or third episode, and they just watch the earlier Power Rangers shows.
Oh yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're not the first Power Rangers. There's been a bunch of other ones, and they just like go through every version of the Power
they go
Rangers.
through like Tommy Oliver's
Tommy
origin,
Oliver's whole
like,
thing
whoa.
and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
a clip show.
he went to space and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're like, also there was one in Japan called Ninja Storm where they were ninjas, and it's like, and it's like,
the
okay,
the sensei is a guinea pig. And then,
right, like just weird shit like that. Oh yeah, the other weird thing that I'm not the first to point this out, but in Mighty Morphin, that's like, today is like, so the Yellow Ranger is an Asian lady.
Yeah.
The Pink Ranger is a girl.
Yeah.
And the Black Ranger is a black guy.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but it's kind of unfortunate. And they definitely, and that was one thing they're like, we have to change this in the new one, where the colors are just inconsequential.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. Which is a good move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So have you seen the movie?
The movie? Yeah, I did watch the movie.
Okay. Have you seen it?
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
On VHS.
No, like the movie.
Oh, sorry, the recent
Oh,
one.
2017?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, you've seen that one.
The Krispy Kreme Power Rangers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Krispy Kreme Power Rangers. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
What were you?
Which is it's an interesting movie because it's not really like any of the other Power Rangers things because it's mostly about the characters.
Yeah.
You're right.
And not about
the Power Rangers.
and not about the cool action.
Yeah.
Until the end.
Until the very end.
Until
Which
the third
is
act.
in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have to show them being Power
Yeah.
Rangers. Otherwise, people won't go see them.
Yeah, it's like, where's a bunch of kids?
And their suits are designed really poorly.
Yeah,
so you can't tell the difference between any of them.
Yeah, the suits are pretty bad.
Yeah.
They look like Iron Man suits.
But it's actually kind of okay.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. First two acts.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you compare that to, like, any episode of Power Rangers, it's, like, both, that's basically it, but also, like, a lot of Power Rangers is pretty bad.
Right.
So, like, the fact that it's, like, not bad as a movie is, like, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
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 So.
But yeah, the suits aren't very good.
No.
Which is kind of why not just do Power Rangers suits? Like there's 100 versions that you can just pick. Just do a new one.
Gotta do the gritty, edgier version.
They're already like classic.
Yeah, they were too muted. I think that's a problem too.
They're not that colorful.
They were all too similar looking, and they were all like muted versions.
And they're like kind of weird CG suits at a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Megazord looked like a weird Transformer.
CGI. Yeah, Megazord is like such a great look already, where it looks like it's built out of different robots. It is. It's like a Voltron or a Transformer or whatever. It looks like a toy because it is.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, it's a whatever robot. And you're like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Go Power Rangers!
Yeah, they play that for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston's in it.
Plays
Zordon?
Zordon? Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he was in the original show. He voiced like some of the monsters.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's why they brought him back.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun.
I am the danger.
Danger.
I am the one who knocks.
Go, Power Rangers. Does he say that at any point or anything goofy?
Maybe.
He does.
Well, there's a lot of Power Rangers. There's a lot of you have to learn how to morph.
Yeah, that's true.
Or else you'll never defeat Elizabeth Banks.
She's gonna get the Krispy Kreme.
Where's the Krispy Kreme?
Put the cube in my chest. Alright. feel like that's as good as we're gonna get. Alright. Thanks for listening to Nothing Cast, I guess.
You're welcome.